Yeah, you see, AIS has given me so much of happiness and satisfaction. So I think Santosh didn't ask me about the topic. He said you have to speak on this. So I don't know why, but I have a lot of passion for AIUS, for serving AIUS, even DOS we serve. A lot of people may not know that AIUS is one of the oldest societies, and today we are celebrating the 79th, annual conference. And it started way back in 1930. The current membership, although is running into nearly 25,000, and on an average, more than 1,000 nearly people join. It's very heartening to see younger people, joining and making a mark also. Like this time, we have, you see, master ICs by youngsters also. Partho was presenting in the morning that one third of the ICs have been given to young people. That's a very heartening trend, I would say. Although AIUS has a lot of objectives, the main is to cultivate, promote science, and give away awards for merit, apart from social interaction. We have various wings in AIUS. All of you know we have scientific committee who are responsible for the program, then academic and research committee, then writer proceedings and journal. So what all we do at AIOS is huge number of activities. You see, Namrata Sharma was presenting in the morning. The number of activities today which are being done and what AIOS can do for a common member is huge. So therefore, I keep urging everybody who wants to become an ophthalmologist, please become member of AIOS first, because it can give you huge exposure to academic activities. You see, I joined AIS for academics, and later on was pushed into administrative part also. IGO Santosh Nahar presented report is a world-class journal today. The number of readership of IGO is going up and up, and very heartening to see the impact factor also going up. And you see, starting from 4 times in a year now, every month, the flip books, the case reports, everything is remade. If you do not, you see, believe me, why I opted for hard copy was because I want to read, because my travel time gets utilized in the, once I'm traveling from Delhi to Gurgaon, I will flip through pages and keep reading. Then AIS News, which is published by headquarter, gives day-to-day information and keeps in touch with the members. So this is what AIS can do for all the members of, and we only have life membership. We do not have, annual kind of membership. Plus, you see, whosoever is AIS members, he can have huge number of awards. They are all listed on the website of AIS. If you go there, click and Chairman Scientific Committee, this lists you so many awards. Academic and Research Committee has been, doing great job publishing CME series, publishing PPP series, and also doing PG teaching programs. You see this LDP program, PG teaching program, train the trainers, so many which are started by Partho and continued by Chitra Ramurthy also. And these proceedings, which till a couple of years back we used to have hard copies, but Arup has made a sea change. Every week you will have at least 2 or 3 mailers from Dr. Arup. You see, what he does is he will dissect subject wise, and then he will put it on the website for people to revise, and they become masters by seeing those videos itself. Although now it has gone digital, but we do not now bring out hard copies. But the job which Arup is doing is very, very educative and very, very important. The annual conference, it gives opportunity for apart from scientific exchange, but also meeting great people who are doing wonderful job. You see, in a routine conference, you may not be able to meet Santosh Mahipal, but there you can have word with them and explore your potential also. Other thing which, in fact, I started with Dr. Azad was this FICO. The reason we started was, you see, once Maipal only, when I joined Center for Sight, asked me, do you have any retina degree? Do you have any retina? So I did not. I just had MBBS and MD. So then I rushed to the RP Center and got seniority certificate from one of my teachers. So that, ignited his feeling in me. So I had, I went to Ministry, DNB. We could not start MCH except for, in Bombay and Gangaram Hospital, which agreed for starting. But by and large, we do not have a degree course in retina or glaucoma. So that ignited me to start a super specialty kind of, fellowship program, and we used to conduct. This is Dr. Ahuja, who is conducting the examination of youngsters in subjects of their choice, and this is being continued till then. So apart from FACO by examination, we have FICO by nomination and selection, and Nota today announced all these awards for the current year. Other very good thing which started was family benefit scheme. Although it's a separate scheme in itself, separate account, separate auditing, but open only for AIS members. So as of today, suppose anybody dies or whatever, but his family gets 23 lakhs, and this is much better than the any other insurance scheme. Other thing which has happened is this hard copy, which in fact was started by Dr. Ramamurthy Ready Reckoner. He used to distribute this Ready Reckoner because this is a very sought after book, giving practical, information of day-to-day topics. Another very important thing, which I think Natarajan, credit goes to Natarajan here, that you see, when we attended American Academy, we formed an MOU with them, and one thing which they offered to us, to all our membership, was this ophthalmic O&E series, and also the BCS series which they bring out, they offered to us at a discounted rate. So if you're a member, you can have access to one network of American Academy. Through this, you can go to various journals also. The other benefit of becoming a member is that you can participate in so many award programs, travel fellowships. Last year also, you see, once I finish my term of Chairman Scientific Committee, we instituted huge number of fellowships, which will become practical from this year. Then Namrata also started with YouTube channel and education series, not only for doctors, but also for the patient. This is another useful addition which has started very recently. The other benefits for young ophthalmologists are also there, because for last 2-3 years, since the time Namrata took over, she has started concentrating on the potential of young ophthalmologists. In every conference, she will put a Geo Pavilion there. So website, I personally tell everybody, and I also keep visiting at least once in a week. Please visit AIS website, and you will have a lot of information and from there. A lot of other benefits are there which are listed here. In fact, this is there on the AIS website also. These are again, you see, other thing which is very important is, which is listed lower down, that you can participate in the election process and you can become a leader also, as was being told by Namrata in one of the LDP programs. You see, you can become a leader by participating, and you can start coaching people. These are various awards which I thought I will just share. The category of awards are general awards for which people have to apply. That is, ratified people have to apply. And this list is 11 awards are there, and frequency is also listed here. So members can apply. So once you become AIS member, this is what AIS can do. You can have, you can apply for these awards. And for the best of the best paper gets the best coveted award is Rangachari. Other category of awards are specialty awards, which are 18 in number. And these are, because we have broadly 18 specialties in AIUS, and they are all listed here. These are for papers read at the conference. The previous one was people have to apply. Here people are judged by the panel of judges, which will happen this year also every year. These are 18 category of awards which people can have. And then we have awards virtually in all the categories. Even for posters we have awards, and these are the various poster awards. Again, 18 categories of physical this poster can get awards. These are 18 categories. Then video awards also are given every year. The best of the best video gets CS Reshmi Award. And the other thing which I had introduced was poster podium, because the membership of AIS is increasing so much. Everybody is so ambitious. Everybody wants to have a podium presence. So at the behest of Namrata Sharma, she introduced me to this. We started PPP awards, and PPP awards again are given in 18 subject categories. Apart from this, AIS offers a lot of fellowship programs. They can finance your travel to US, Europe, or even in AIUS. That can be also done. Very important thing, the presidential committees which every president forms, there's a legal cell which AIUS has. And this becomes important once you see any member faces crisis, something like cluster infection. So first thing you should do is to inform AIUS so that they can have good guidance from the legal cell. You see, nowadays attacks on doctors, medical receptionists are increasing, and court cases, consumer cases, they are there. So legal cell comes to your rescue in a lot of these cases. Family benefit scheme, I already told you. Presidential committees, so many committees are there, all of them present reports at the meeting, and they help you to like advocacy committee, if you want some information, like trade relation committee. You see, if any member has grievance that any company is not offering his services post his sale, then you can approach trade relation committee and they will help you out. In fact, Dr. Ramurthy was the chairman of this committee till now. He solved all the problems which were there in the last year. So then we have a lot of other committees which are all listed here, where the members can approach to have. So in the end, I would just like to say AIOS can do a lot of activities for you, for all the ophthalmologists who are members. So therefore, I urge all eye surgeons to become life members of AIOS, and believe me, let's all strive to make as the best body so that we can participate and we can have presence not only in India but all across the world. Thank you very much for your kind wish.
Excellent talk, sir. I mean, coming from you who's seen it all right from its inception, where AIOS was in a single room in RP Center uh, on the first floor to a 5-story building, headquarter building now. I mean, we've come a long way, and thanks to you and all the predecessors and all the people who worked hard to get that single room into 5 floors with such a big office and such a big 5-floor building with such a vast area. I think we are really proud of AIOS, and thank you so much, sir, for it and all the other.
I had one slide I forgot to put, because I started my life in AIOS in that room what you are mentioning, room number 111, which could not seat more than 3 people. So whenever I had to go there, Gupta ji will stand and then I will sit. That was the place where I started my journey in AIOS. Now as you are saying, we have a huge facility for AIOS, because every time whenever in general body, this statement used to hit me very badly that we are the second largest society in the world. But you can't compare American Academy with AIOS, because American Academy has 165 people. You see, in San Francisco, once I went to their office, and there were 165 people working round the clock, and we had only 3 people for working. So that is the reason. That is the reason me and Harbans Lal built up this headquarters after having permission from general body, that we will have a permanent abode for all the ophthalmologists of this country.
I think
Dr. Lalita, it was a very compact and very educative capsule. I just want to supplement it with information that now the focus is on going digital.
Yes.
You mentioned a lot about hard copies, but
No,
for example, for example, there are about 350 papers which are being presented, and each paper, let us say, comes to about 10 pages. 3,500. So it is a very huge burden to the society, and so everything has gone digital. And pen drives again have a limited capacity. They're more expensive, and they don't hold much data. So we have all taking online facilities of the online features, websites, and various YouTube channels. I think there has been slight shift in the last 3-4 years from what
absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, Arup. Because if you notice, all my slides had hard copy, and the red in the bottom I load that in last 3-4 years we have gone digital now, and that not only has huge potential, but saves a lot of money also, as you rightly said.
So this has happened only in the recent past. In fact, COVID forced us to do it. Otherwise, we were still sending hard copies for almost everything.
There are some positive aspects which COVID has taught us, that education, this can definitely become. And like Arup was saying, the IGO, like, we used to, Santosh used to send hard copies every month, but now hardly, how many copies Namrata is he sending now?
3,000, Lalit.
3,000 only. So not only he has saved huge amount of money for AIOS.
Not only that, I mean, it is an opportunity for when I'm traveling, let's say, and I don't have access to IGO hard copy, and I can, on my smartphone itself, I can access using any keyword, any article, or any interest subject that I have, am interested in.
Absolutely.
So Lalit, you should not also forget P4.
What?
P4.
All the 4.
Yeah. P4, I remember P4 because when Mahipal was chairman of scientific committee.
That
is what I think. Mahipal, am I right? Yeah,
yeah,
P4, Mahipal was chair of scientific committee, and every evening he will call us. P4 pe aa jana, Green Park. So that was in the top floor terrace when he started his journey as chair of scientific committee. Believe me, we never used to have all these computers and all. And then Matthews was there, Mahipal.
Dr.
Matthews was,
Tiwari, you and Dr. Tiwari used to come because it was both chairman scientific committee plus I think the AIOS conference. We
yeah.
were
Yeah.
So every day, we used to go there, and all the papers were scattered, and we used to, work on this making the scientific program.
So partly your term was in RP Center and partly in P4 because I remember partly coordinating the same from your RPC office and then you left and went
No,
to P4.
he was totally in RP Center at that particular
Totally in
time.
RP because I remember making the program,
But
writing it and making the program.
But Mahipal would remember, everything. I will ask Mahipal, ये Dr. Keki, oh, पीछे देखो, वहाँ Keki का talk है उसके अंदर. So he'll remember everything.
Good. So in any case, I think AIOS is a body that all of us should join, and it is something that is for the collective good of everybody. There's a lot of learning, education, opportunities, and in strength, our strength lies in more numbers, and we need to kind of use that even for advocacy with the government for various policies.
And I think when Lalit was secretary, I was insisting why you should join AOS to the non-AOS members. Maybe Namrata can do as an electronic now, something like an e-brochure for ophthalmologists who are not members of AOS, so that if you join AOS, all these benefits can be put, including the ONE network, where you get 8 international journals and other.
Nowadays, there are a lot of benefits, but when I was secretary, we used to put one standee in all the conferences.
Yeah, yes.
Standee had 23 benefits, I remember.
Yes.
So we had made 3-4 standees, and Kirpal and Naveen was there, used to carry it at all the conferences and try to make members